I come to you all this evening with a dire warning. What I'm about to reveal to you, you must share this video. As dramatic as it may sound, this may be one of the most, if not, the most important video you will ever watch. If you haven't seen my last video, where I talk to you about a positive premonition that I've had, after watching the clip that I am about to show you, I know it is a premonition. God has spoken to me. Rather you're a fan of Donald Trump or not, know this. He was selected by the one and only God, for Trump is the only leader amongst men that can deal with such an apocalyptic time. Now, before I show you this video, use the bathroom if need be, grab a snack or a drink, and bring all who are currently in your household to your phone, computer, or even your television. And please like this video, as well as comment below. Subscribe, obviously. But most importantly, share the hell out of this video, because the Great War is upon us.
It's the cabal. They would need to have several worldwide to control the nations. He said the first one. That he wanted to put into this prediction was the fight of communism against the free world. Communism against the free world, and that would be a worldwide conflict. He was talking about that came later. Then he also said there would also be, then when that peters out, there would be between the Islamic world and the Western world, and that came true. Okay, but then he said his prediction that is called the last card prediction. It used to be called the last Trump card, but he said that the world powers, the cabal, the Illuminati who control all the nations, he said their last card, when their backs are up against the wall and they don't know what else to do, would be a staged alien invasion. That's how he put it. In 1970s, he told his protege, Carol Rawson, that this would occur. And it was said it would be a fake UFO from outer space. He said it would be then a buildup of military forces, the global complex that we have, military-industrial complex that we have, would take this wonderful excuse to build up their all over the world, and then the staged alien false flag event would occur, and that's what he predicted. And he said this would be used to unify the entire world behind the elites, behind the cabal that's working on this. This event that I'm talking about may not be an all-at-once type event that will be super dramatic so that everyone will be able to say, hey, wait, look at that, what happened? What if it's a slow situation where they use what we call dirty radiation type bombs to slowly spread this radiation. And this is a good opportunity to tell people how I get my information and the necessity of corroborating my information with a lot of different sources. And I am involved in a network of many former and current officials in the national security structure, the intelligence structure, which means various different agencies, not just the FBI, but many other various agencies. And what we do is we share rumors. We share rumors and raw data. People who have not been in the intelligence structure don't know that a simple rumor can save many people's lives if it is correctly placed and correctly given to someone. And that we've seen that many times. Because when you're not getting real official information that has any value at all, like right now, then all you have is basically rumors and raw data. And you have to be able to place that and reinforce that, and then take those rumors and corroborate them with many other sources. That's how we share information, because that way we can never get in any trouble for sharing, top secret information from files and things like that. We can never be accused of that, and that's because that's all that we share. So, in that vein, I wanted to tell you the last series of predictions, which come from my book, The Extra Dimensionals, and I can tell you right here. For instance, one of my predictions was that we would change calling UFOs to calling them plasmas, because I gave the examples of many UFOs that I have directly observed, and also that many other famous cases, corroborated cases, have observed. And one of the things that I noticed was that the genuine UFOs, when they show up, they're supposedly in these metallic type discs, but in these real cases, you could barely even see any of the metallic quality, because these things were so filled with light. It was a light that had a special quality to it, sort of like gaseous type light, and converting to different forms of energy. And you could barely see the metallic ship underneath all this light. And that was one of the things that really lit up the light bulb for me, that okay, we need to call these things something else. But here's what I did, and the reason that it's very important to talk about this is because apparently the cabal read my stuff about read the Extra Dimensionals, about the genuine plasmas, the genuine UFOs, because what they did was, one of the things they did was they copied all the qualities of real orbs and plasmas, and now they're creating their own copies of the real UFOs, the real plasmas, and that's what they're doing. When I wrote about that we need to start calling these things plasmas, I actually gave a lot of information, apparently, to the cabal about this. I called the replacement for UFOs, I called them plasmas, and I gave it an acronym as well. I said these are going to be paranormal, living, aura reading, soul printing, mobile aerial scanners. That's a lot of information about these things. In other words, I believe that the genuine UFOs are actually alive. They are conscious. They have no one inside. They are accompanying alien visitors, kind of like as familiars, and carrying out small tasks for them here and there. And some of the tasks are these things: soul printing, aura reading, the ability to record, collect a blueprint of a human soul for later reference, things like that. So apparently I gave them a lot of information that they now used to duplicate these things. And so that's part of the predictions. But of course, the main part of my book, The Extra Dimensionals, is the central thesis is, of course, that alien visitors and UFOs are not physical. They are not physical. And that leads directly into the notion that if someone tells you, oh, we have these physical UFOs that are real UFOs, they just showed up on the White House lawn and they're just hanging out. Well, it's a lie, because why? Because alien visitors and UFOs are not physical. They can maintain physicality for short periods of time. That they can, for very short periods of time. We saw that in the Miami Mall incident from, I think it was like 2 years ago. It's like 2 years ago, where we saw these alien creatures come through this portal, and then they went throughout the mall in Miami and created hysteria and fear. People shot them, and it was crazy. But then some of them actually walked outside the mall. They were observed by law enforcement, but then they disappeared, because they can't hold that physicality for very long. They are working with the cabal, and one of the great goals for the cabal is to try to stop the inauguration of Donald Trump. They feel very, very strongly about that, because we're all asking these questions. Why? I would like people to look at a map of the East Coast which I've been staring at for quite a while, and just the upper half of the East Coast, and just look at it in relation to New Jersey. What we know about New Jersey is that it has been a saturation point. These drones and these orbs and the plasmas are showing up all over the world, not just in the United States, but in all the major states and all over the world too. This is a global operation, all right? Even Werner von Braun didn't predict the scope of this operation, but it's global. But there seems to be a saturation point in New Jersey for some reason. And if you want to see why, go look at that map of the East Coast, the upper half of the East Coast, and you will see that New Jersey is central to many other states that are controlled by the cabal, and that also have gun control, that will these drones. That's one of their major concerns. And I believe that Washington, D.C. is the ultimate target. And what they're doing is, if you look at that map, it shows that this is an action that is being taken. Because what they have done is they have chosen as the major saturation point for these drones, for these plasmas, and these orbs, they have chosen New Jersey, which is going to be central to all these states they control, including Washington, D.C., which is not a state, I know, but it's at the bottom of this group of states. And what they have done is they have established a beachhead in New Jersey for them to jump off operations into the surrounding states, including when they're ready to saturate Washington, D.C. They've already had several drones and so forth, because I believe that Washington, D.C. is the ultimate goal for them, and that they very possibly they may be looking for a way to destroy Washington, D.C. And that's what we're looking at right now. And it's very dangerous. It's a very dangerous time that we're in right now.
So there you have it. We are in for some very dark times. I also feel that the biblical rapture is near, and that the elites will blame the rapture on a mass alien abduction. The world will then unite and usher in the New World Order. Oh, my beautiful friends, please, I am begging you to like, comment, and share, as well as subscribe. When you do all of that, YouTube will show my video more frequently. But that is all for now. I love you all. This is Michael Leonard signing off.